Hello and welcome back everyone. Andy Bryan here again from the Soul Pathway. And today within this video, I'm going to be providing you with another shamanic guidance reading. But this time we are going to be looking at the energies of the year ahead. We are going to be exploring the energies of 2021 and look at what's really in store for us. We all know that 2020 has been a massive shake-up for all of us, and many of our lives have been shifted in a trajectory which we didn't expect. But the truth is, this is all for awakening. This is all for us to step into who we truly are, which in many ways is beautiful. Old systems, old paradigms, old ways of living have to be broken down in order to rebirth and step into the new, which is what we are doing right now. You only need to look at the most recent solstice, which is all about stepping away from that old energy, letting go of the shadow and bringing in the new and letting in the light, which is absolutely fantastic. So within this reading, we're going to be exploring the energies of 2021 and what we can look forward to. We may experience some more turbulent times, but this is all, as I said, to step into who we truly are. So let me jump into the reading, dive into the cards, and see what is in store for us. Fantastic. So I've got the cards laid out already for us, and what I'm going to do is I always like to tune into the cards, as you know, if you've watched my readings before. Tune into the cards, tune into the energies, and think about what is going to be coming through for the energies of the year of 2021. What can we expect? As we step into who we are. Grab that card first, put that to one side. I actually like that card, it's calling me. And then we'll have one more card. Okay. Fantastic, so let's get rid of these cards for now. And let's see what these cards bring us. Let's explore these cards. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Deer, sorry, I say deer because I've got deer in my hand as well. But whale is a beautiful card. Whale is one of the most ancient animals in the animal kingdom. It's been around for centuries, you know, so that is looking back at our history, looking back at our past, so that we can learn, we can grow, and we can evolve. But we'll explore that in more detail a bit later. Then we've got deer. Deer is a beautiful card. Deer is about, you know, trusting our own guidance and following it. And then we've got the swan, which is all about grace and ease. So let's explore in much more detail what these cards are all about, because what I like to do, as always, is look at the book, because I gain my own, I bring my own insights and wisdoms from these readings, as you already know. But what I love to do is also, you know, get the poems from the book, because the poems are absolutely beautiful and they speak some incredible words themselves. So, you know, we'll dive into what the whale is calling us, because whale for me, as I said, is one of the most ancient animals in the animal kingdom. And the whale is often about looking back at our history, learning from our history, our old ways of living, you know, because as we look at, you know, the old ways of living and being, we can gain much wisdom from that we can bring into the present, going back to community-based living, going back to the way tribes used to live, connection, love, community, growth, coming together. And whale signifies a lot of that, but this will all be about what it means to you. What does it mean to you as you look back at your history maybe your ancestry and the way that they live their lives? Can you gain much wisdom from that with regards to living your own purpose as well? Okay, but the whale is known as the record keeper, and the whale carries the history of Mother Earth and is said to have been placed here by the ancients from the dog star Sirius. Read the poem here. Whale of mighty oceans, you have seen it all. Secrets of the ages are heard within your call. Teach me how to hear your words, how to understand the very roots of history of when our world began. So, wow, that is very, very, symbolic for what we're experiencing right now. This rebirth of a new age, the age of Aquarius. As we look back at, the history and what's, been and gone, we can realize that we can learn a lot from that, and there's a lot of wisdom that we can gain from what it is that we've experienced in the past, so that we can step into something new and beautiful. So I'll speak to you a bit about astrology here, because I've been looking at this recently. It's said that Aquarius will rule 2021, and in February 2021 we will have 7 planets in the sign of Aquarius. The last time this happened was in the Dark Ages, and the Renaissance rebirth began. The time of the plagues ended, and a spirit shift began and started in 2021. A revolution of mind and spirit will begin. So that's very, very interesting. We're seeing a revolution around the world. We're seeing all these beautiful shifts and changes. But again, looking into Mother Earth, because Mother Earth brings this guidance and brings this wisdom. As we connect with it, we connect with what is going on in our history. We can learn from our roots, connect with our soul, allow that place of rebirth to be, to be called upon as we become reborn. If you've pulled the whale card, you're being asked to tap into those records, to allow yourself to be sung by those who have the original language. We are the only creatures who do not have our own unique cry or call. Find yours. Allow your voice to use this sound to release tension and emotions. Whale signals are a time for finding your origins, of seeing your overall destiny as coded in your DNA. Our DNA is shifting. We're stepping into a light, allowing ourselves to be reborn, and of finding the sounds that will release those records. You may never be the same again. After all, you are the melody of the universe, and the harmony is the song of the other creatures. In using your voice to open your memory, you are expressing your uniqueness and your personal sound. As you open to this uniqueness, the animals that are your 9 totem animals may then send their sounds or calls to you and through you. This will open your personal records so that you may further explore your soul's history and to commune with the whale who carries the history within all of us. So there is so much that comes through from this card of the whale, to be honest. I mean, for me, the whale signifies a lot of things. The whale signifies stepping into your soul purpose, because I believe at this time in history we are being called. We are being called to step into who we truly are. And as we step into that calling, we allow others to follow by our side. We build our tribe and we awaken those around us. And as we awaken those around us, we start to raise the vibration of the planet. We start to come together, build these communities, build these new ideas and ways of living, so that we can create a revolution and start something remarkable and absolutely beautiful. But that all comes back to exploring the origins of the way we have lived, the way we've transformed, and also the origins of our own DNA, our own soul's blueprint. Because as we go back to that, we uncover who we are, that's been covered up for so many years. We begin to rebirth ourselves. And as we go through that stage of rebirth, we allow the beauty of ourselves to shine, our uniqueness to be expressed in so many different ways. So that's absolutely beautiful, an absolutely beautiful card, and it's amazing that that popped up there straight away. So we'll look into some of the other cards now, because we've also got the deer and the swan to explore. But whale is a beautiful, beautiful place to start. But deer, what is deer? Deer is all about gentleness. Gentleness and taking life at its own pace. For me, being gentle is also being gentle with ourselves. You know, we are experiencing, turbulent times, and there's no doubt it can be quite challenging. But when we are gentle with ourselves, we can really connect and feel our emotions, but not have them be so much of a burden to us. Because I said, these energies can be very challenging at times. And when things come up for us and our emotions are stirred, we can really go deep within our shadow, and I speak about the shadow a lot, and we can get consumed by it. So for me, this year is all about being gentle on yourself. Don't move too fast. Take things at your own pace and do it with grace and gentleness, as the deer says. And here we go from the book. Dear, so gentle and loving you are, the flower of kindness and embrace from afar. So this is all about, having love and compassion for ourselves as well, and having love and compassion for others, as we are all, in some ways I don't like to say this, but we are all in this together. We all have to have love and compassion for others as well as ourselves. So this is in many ways about compassion as well. Compassion about all the things that everybody is experiencing. Give love and kindness to one another, because as we give love and kindness to one another, we can share an experience. We can allow each other to grow and transform. But, we know that these times can be challenging. If deer has gently nudged you in your cards today, you are being asked to find gentleness of spirit that heals all wounds. Stop pushing so hard to get others to change, and love them as they are. Apply gentleness to your present situation and become like the summer breeze, warm and caring. This is your tool for solving the present dilemma you are facing. If you use it, you will connect with the sacred mountain, your centering place of serenity, and the Great Spirit will guide you. But yeah, from there, again we look at this card, we look at the deer, we think about gentleness. What is it saying for us? It's asking us to be very gentle with others, and as we act with compassion, guidance and wisdom, can come through to us as we guide and support others. But it's as I said, it's not about changing others. It's about allowing others to be exactly as they are. And we all look at trying to change others' perspectives and points of view. You know, this is what's happening. This has been what is happening, you know, in the world. But the truth is that we all have our unique expression, which comes back to the whale in many ways. And we all have our own perspectives and opinions, and we have to respect one another's viewpoints. And as we do that with love and grace, we allow others to awaken in their own times to whatever is coming through to them. But this is all about being gentle and not trying to change others, but allow others to, in many ways, change themselves. Look at their own soul's origin. Look at who they are with the whale there, because that will allow them to blossom into something incredibly beautiful. And in many ways, this will support the awakening of the planet for each and every one of us. But dear, so gently and loving you are. Allow that gentleness and love and compassion to support others and support yourself as they awaken to aspects within themselves and things that are happening around them as well. So that is an absolutely beautiful card. And then finally we have the Swan. And Swan is a nice card as well. Swan is an absolutely beautiful card. So let's see what the Swan brings us. But swans are very graceful in the way that they, you know, swim on the lakes, or paddle on the lakes, you should say. Very gracious and very regal in many ways as well. I would say Swan is very much connected with, you know, grace and sacredness, the sacredness of our journey and spirit. But let's look at what the Swan brings us in this reading. Swan, the power of women, entering sacred space, touching future yet to come, bringing eternal grace. Very, very interesting. So these work very well together, very, very well together, because as we approach life with compassion and gentleness, we allow grace to transform our reality and the world at which we live. So again, that's a lovely card. Is to learn to surrender to the grace of the rhythm of the universe and to slip from our physical bodies into the dream time. Swan medicine teaches us to be at one with all planes of consciousness and to trust in Great Spirit's protection. If you have pulled the Swan, it ushers a time for altered states of awareness and the development of your intuitive abilities. Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender to the power of Great Spirits, and to accept the healing and transformation of their lives. Swan is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. If you are resisting your self-transformation, relax. It will be easier for you to go with the flow. Stop denying that you know who is calling when the phone rings. Pay attention to your hunches and your gut knowledge, and honor your feminine and intuitive side. Again, another beautiful card we see there. So we've got three amazing cards here. But you know, for me, the thing that stood out there very much was all about surrendering to the rhythm of the universe. knowing that you're always protected. Go within yourself and connect with that beautiful feminine energy, that intuition, that guidance and wisdom you know is coming from spirit as you connect within, connect with your soul. Knowing that this wisdom can support you during this time. But again, it's not about trying to change things. It's about approaching life with grace, ease, being at one with yourself, connecting with your physical body as well as the dream time. As we see this beautiful, beautiful transformation unfold. But the graciousness comes in all of us. But the Swan is an absolutely lovely card. So what I'm going to quickly do is provide a brief overview again of all of these cards. And I know this has been a short but sweet reading, and but I found that it's provided all of the guidance and wisdom for 2021. Really, it's got so much deep knowledge within it. We've got the whale. The whale, as I said, is all about connecting with the origins, going back to the roots of how we used to live, looking at these tribal cultures, these communities, because they will have the knowledge and understanding of how we used to live. And that knowledge can allow us to step into something beautiful as this new world becomes reborn. But the whale, as I said, is all about looking at our own soul's origin. Our own soul's origin is where we allow ourselves to transform as well. And often I like to look at ancestral healing as well here, because ancestral healing is often about looking at family patterns, ancestral wounds, and those which have been passed down from generation to generation. And in many ways, 2021 could be a year of really exploring what those origins mean for you, your family, and your ancestors. As you heal your wounds, you release yourselves from those ties, and you allow yourself to step into something new. But when you don't allow yourself to release those old ties, those old wounds, you allow them to perpetuate. And this is when we pass these wounds down to the future generations. And this is what we're trying to avoid now. We want to step into something new and something beautiful, but it's all about looking back at the origins, looking back at our past, looking back at our ancestors, and rethink about what it is that we need to heal in order to grow, in order to step into who we are and love ourselves. Because that is all about then stepping into looking at the deer. And the deer is all about applying gentleness to the situation that is what we are experiencing right now in the world. And knowing that we have all different views and perspectives, and we have to allow others to come to their own understanding in their own time and in their own space. We can't change people. We can't change their views and opinions. We can only help them and assist them with awakening to what it is that is right and true for them. And that's all about allowing them to connect with their souls. But again, we have here about gentleness with ourselves. You really have to be gentle with yourself on this journey. For if you're not gentle with yourself, you can be consumed by the shadow. So take your own time, create your own space, sacred space, for healing, for self-love. And those people who, don't honor, love and respect you, create your own space and create your own boundaries. Because again, this is about self-love, and acting with gentleness and grace. We can do that with grace. We don't need to be chaotic or disruptive in any ways. We can do it with love, compassion, and grace. But it's about having compassion for yourself as well, knowing that whatever comes from the shadow, whatever wounds that need to be healed through your ancestral stuff, the ancient wisdom that comes from the whale. Know that you've got to be compassionate with yourself. You've got to do it in a sensitive way and take your time. Don't move too quickly and go with the flow, because that is what grace is all about. Grace is all about then trusting your intuition, connecting with your inner feminine, because your inner feminine will allow you to awaken as well. The masculine is a lot about ego, so we look at the conditions and patterns that have shaped us and made us who we are. But in many ways, that's not who we are. As we connect and understand ourselves, and we understand our own intuition, we start to realize who we truly are, and then and only then can we blossom. But we can do that gracefully, you know. So that is a beautiful set of cards there, an absolutely beautiful set of cards. And I just wanted to go back to that swan again, and there was one statement that really shone out that I just wanted to look at once again. Learning to surrender to the grace and the rhythm of the universe. Surrender to what is happening in the world. Surrender to what is happening in your life. Connect with your own intuition. Connect with your inner guidance. And know that you're always protected. And move through the universe, or through your life, with grace and ease. Don't try and push things. Because when you push things, in many ways you resist things. You push them away from you. As you try and push things, you push them away from you. But as you apply grace and you connect with your intuition, what you do is you allow the law of attraction to, you know, bring what it is that is needed in your life into your life. So instead of pushing and pushing and pushing, allow things to come with you with grace. And that is when we will allow things to transform. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful set of cards. And I found them to be incredibly valuable to what it is that we're going through. And I'm really looking forward to 2021, really, because, you know, as we look at the astrology of 2021, as I mentioned, we are stepping into the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is going to be ruling 2021. As I mentioned, in February 2021, we'll have 7 planets in alignment in the sign of Aquarius. And this, the last time this happened, which was in the Dark Ages. And this is when a resistance began and a rebirth came about. And what is beautiful is we're allowing ourselves to go through that process once again. So it's a beautiful time to be alive. And this rebirth will be beautiful for each and every one of us. Yes, we will experiencing challenging times. Yes, it can be quite, you know, bumpy at times. But as we step into who we are, we start to love ourselves and, you know, connect with our true soul essence. And our soul as an individual, as we find out our soul's origins, that's when we can blossom. That's when we can transform. That's when we can live in who we truly are. So I hope you found this reading to be valuable and useful today. And I look forward to connecting with you in 2021. And I'll be doing a reading also for January 2021. So, you know, please, you know, watch out for that on my channel. Thank you for listening, and I do look forward to connecting with you again soon. And with that, I will say bye for now, take care, and much love. Enhance a connection with your spirit animal with our shamanic animal art. Visit www.shamanicanimalart.com, where you can view a range of our products, from our canvas prints to posters with guided messages, cushions, and many more products from our range. Alternatively, if you would like a personal shamanic guidance reading, please feel free to contact me personally at andy@awakenyoursoulpathway.co.uk. I do hope you found this reading to be valuable and useful, and I'd look forward to connecting with you next week for a new guidance reading. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.